Okay. Yes. So now you should have the these 5 files in the Hack Future homework nodejs week 1. Okay. So let's move into the repository here, and we can see that we have the files here. Now what we need to do is we need to run npm install and make sure that you are in the right folder here, nodejs week 1. Then we will install the packages that is in the package.json file, meaning just nodemon, superagent, supertest, and express. Yes, so that'll take a little bit of time. In the meantime, we can go to the nodejs week 1, go back to the homework or the homework file. So yeah, this takes a little bit of time, so I'll just explain a little bit here. Now we see that we should have the same folder structure as over here, meaning we have source, backend, and then app.js, server.js layer here. We have the data folder with the meals.json inside of them. We have the test folder, we have the .gitignore, blah blah blah. Yes, setting up the data. So there's gonna be, or there is a meals.json file in here with like just data about a meal. There should be 2 other files there as well. One called reviews and one called reservations. And the contents for the files are here. So the task, to get a bit of an overview of your homework task, run npm test. So we've created it so that you can run the tests and then see which tasks is working for you and which tasks are not working for you. So that will give you a little bit of an overview of your tasks. I won't do it right now, but I'll do it in a second when I have explained what you're going to be doing. Yes, so what does it say here? Your first task is to change the response message for the index path. So let's go to the app.js and this one. So right now, oh yeah, that's actually a good point. Let's try and run it. Npm run dev. Missing script dev. Oh yeah, we maybe haven't added that to the package.json file. No, okay. We should probably add that. So here it says that we need start and a dev script as well. So let's add those. And the dev. Should run the nodemon. Okay, and now we should be able to write npm run dev, and that will run this command. Listening on port 3000. So now we should be able to go to localhost 3000. Yes. And now we see the, if we go to the app.js, now we see this response, the ASD. Cool. But let's go to the first task. If you take a look in the app.js file, you will see that the /root returns ASD. Run npm run test to see what the message should be and make that change accordingly. Okay, so let's run npm test. So this is probably gonna throw an error. Yes, an error. It says here, cannot find module source backend data reviews. Okay, and that's because we haven't added the reviews file yet. Okay, we have the meals, but we haven't got the reviews. So let's just add the reviews and the reservations. Reviews.json. Add this, and then reservations.json. This way of doing it is it's not the best. Or at least like from a student point of perspective, I get why you're a little confused. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, as I said, we have kind of changed it a lot, and yeah, in the last couple of months. Anyways, let's try and run the tests again and see what they say. Npm Test. So now we see all the different tests that are running, and it's kind of saying, oh, this test didn't work, this test didn't work, this test didn't work, and so on. Let's try and see here, get the slash respond with the correct response. Okay, we are now responding with ASD. We should be responding with something else. How do we see that? Well, let's try and scroll down a little bit. Expected meal sharing web app received ASD. Okay, so let's try and change that. When we go to the slash, the home page, we return with meal sharing web app. Now let's try and run the test again. And hopefully it'll say that, wow, this test went well, but you are still failing on all of these other tests. Now it says 1 passed, and we can try and scroll up. This is like our overview. This is like all our tasks that we need to do. Respond with the correct response. Nice. Now we can move on to the next one, slash meals. Okay. So now we got this working to begin with. Now we want to create all the different routes. Okay. When we go to slash meals, meaning if I go to meals here, then I want to respond with the JSON for all the meals. Okay. So I pretty much want to respond with the JSON with these meals here. Okay. Another route called cheap meals. The cheap meals should respond to JSON for all the meals, including its reviews that are cheap. And you define what a cheap meal means. Okay. Large meals, a meal that's like a specific meal. No, sorry, respond with the JSON for a random meal. So when you go to just meal, it'll just respond with any of the meals that you have in this JSON here. Okay. Reservation, respond with the JSON for random reservation, kind of the same thing as this. Yes, I've removed some things here about how to structure your routes. So if you're seeing this, don't do that. Just do it. Just do the routes kind of in the app.js file, and that's fine. If you have made it this far, all the tests should be passing. And here you can see an example of me going to slash meals, and you see that it has like an ID, number of guests, title, blah, 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 blah. And then the reviews are also connected to it. Okay, well, let's see that again. So you see here the reviews are the reviews that are connected to this meal. You need to create this functionality. But it hasn't anything to do with Node or Express or anything. It's just JavaScript. Yes, and then as you will be working through your homework, you will see that more and more of these tests pass. And when all the tests are passed, you have done everything and you're ready to hand it in. Okay, I hope that that helps a little bit everyone out there. And sorry again for the confusion. Yes, bye.